My name's Bradley, and today I just want to talk to you a little bit about how you would go about crimping a fitting, hydraulic fitting, onto a hydraulic hose. Alright, so what I've got here today is just a basic little setup. I've got here your 1/4 inch hose, steel braided, 1/4 inch hydraulic hose. Got our saw here to cut the hose with. Got your hydraulic press machine. Alright, I just want to talk to you a little bit about this real quick before we use it. So you got this chart here, and basically what it tells you is what size fitting you've got, what size hose needs to go on, and then you're going to run over here to your die set. You're going to get your die the number for the die set, and then you're going to get your approximate digital readout. Alright, so what I've got here today, I've just got a basic male number 4 fitting for a 1/4 inch hose. If you follow this here, a number 4 fitting, 1/4 inch hose. You're going to use a 721, which we've got in here right now. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, 721 right there. Alright, and then it says the approximate digital readout is 450. Alright, so what we've got here already, 450. The way you adjust that is using this little knob right here. See, I twisted it. Now we're at 452. I twist it back. 450. Alright. So I just want to show you. These are your dies. This is your dies here. Alright. So right here is just a little bit of lubrication. You just want to make sure you keep these dies lubed up at all times. And that way when you're pressing this collar here down on your dies, you don't have any metal to metal contact, and it doesn't seize up, and then you can't get your hose out. Alright? So now I'm going to demonstrate how you do this. Before I do that, I just want to talk to you a little bit. I know you see all these bins here, and basically what we have here is an assortment of different style fittings. You got number 4, you got number 6, you got number 8, 10, 12, 16. You got O-ring boss fittings, you got face seal, you got JCB, a number of different style hydraulic fittings. So now I'm going to demonstrate just how you would put it all together. Alright, so I'm going to cut it now. As always, safety first. Keep your hands away from moving parts. Remember that is still braided lines in there, so once you cut it, the end of it is going to be hot at first. Alright. You always want to get your excess material out of the hose. When you cut these hoses, that's rubber and metal in there, and it tends to fill the hose up with rubber and metal debris. So you always want to make sure that's good and clean. And then you're going to take the end of the hose, and you're going to make sure this goes right inside the inside of the hose there. Alright. And then you're going to push. Generally you wouldn't be able to push it like that, but I'm holding the phone with one hand, and usually you would have to push and twist it on up on there. Alright, so once you get it pushed up on there and you make sure this hose is seated all the way up in here nicely, alright, you're going to take and feed it in. Now I got my collar on there. Alright, now I've got it up in there, and you see how I've got it seated. Alright, so basically you want to get these die as close to the edge as you can. That way it gets a full grip it catches every bit of that hose that's inside that fitting. Alright, you see these two metal right here? You're going to make sure this is even on both of those. Alright? Then you're just going to actuate the hydraulic motor with this little button that I got here, and it'll shut itself off right where it should be. Alright, now that it's done lifting, everything's safe, you can reach in here and pull it out. Take your collar off your dies, pull your hose up, boom. You got a perfectly crimped hose, perfectly crimped fitting on the hose. Not going to come off, not going to leak, and you would be good to install. Once again, my name's Bradley, and I just showed you the basic setup of how to properly crimp a hose fitting onto a hose.